to Star Search with Keith Chegwin.
Thank you. Warm welcome back. Who are we going to make a star today? Could it be the two lads we saw before the commercial break? They were, I don't know, one's a technician for British Telecom, the other's a finance officer. Susie, it's all about opinions first of all. What do you think?
Right. How old are you boys?
27. 28.
Right. Why did I think I knew that already? So you want to do this as a profession?
You'd like to, yes.
You'd like to.
Yeah.
The thing that I noticed was that you were very suspect on your pitching, and I don't know if you were aware of that. Now, were you aware that you were going out a bit?
I generally find with nerves I do.
What do? Push it too hard?
It's difficult to say. Yeah, possibly.
But could you hear yourself just now when you were singing that you were out?
Yeah, I can.
You could. So
then
you couldn't get back on again.
Yeah.
Because that's something you'll have to work on. Because if you're going to perform, you're going to be nervous a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And people would rather hear the notes in tune than see the performance.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my bit of constructive criticism. I mean, you had the moves and all that. That was fine. But I was going like that because the notes weren't in. So I would work on that if I were you. And I'm giving you 28.
28 points from Susie. Out of interest, how much work have you done together? How much work have you done?
As a duo?
Yeah.
Nil.
No?
Nil.
So no
Only
live work at all?
Only the other competition, that was it.
Right. Good heavens. How long have you two been together then?
Since school.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know.
Since you were about
Good mates. Gary, what do you think of the boys?
I'm afraid my reaction was just a sort of giant all right, really. I thought the choice of song was a little bit suspect as well. I mean, do you actually write your own material?
Yeah, yeah.
Because, I mean, I think, you know, programmes like that, I mean, I like to hear new songs. I mean, you know, and I just sort of thought it's a song we've heard so many times, you know, before, and I'm afraid I just thought that, you know, the performance was just okay, really, and it didn't really grab me.
Because a lot of you people in the music business often say that, you know, it's best for bands to do their own songs.
I think so completely. I mean, I do a radio show on GLR in London, and we do this thing called the Demo Clash, where got to do it. Where we ask bands to send in, you know, demos of their own songs, and I'm always surprised at how, you know, the quality, how good they are, and.
So you'd like to see them do their own material?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to have heard that, but I mean.
How many points?
26.
26 from Gary. Must remind you, our acts are more than welcome to come back. You're more than welcome to come back and do your own song, right? OK, let's add those points together. Gary gave 26, Susie gave 28, a total of 54 to act number 1. See you again soon, lads. Thank you. OK, we have a professional comedian coming up now. He's been in numerous TV commercials. He's done films, a few sketches with Cannon and Ball, and recently worked with Frankie Vaughan. Let's see him in action. This is act number 2. Please welcome Johnny Clamp.
Good evening. How many TV programmes in this? When I was walking down Coronation Street with the two Ronnies and Blue Peter, I saw Terry and June coming out of play school with Wogan, who looks familiar and states he was Doctor Who in sickness and in health. He was having some food and drink with Paul Daniels, who says every second counts, as he's off to see Des O'Connor tonight. It says in the Cook Report that the EastEnders prefer mash at breakfast time. Conversely, in Body Matters, alas, Smith and Jones consider that all creatures, great and small, even fools and horses, prefer a tickle on the tongue before porridge and bread, then a walk down Benny Hill, in case they get the Hill Street blues. An actor from Emmerdale Farm wishes his farm was as big as the one in Dallas. When he was at a financial crossroads, he accepted the university challenge where the winner takes all, and the loser, unless he gets the equaliser on the match of the day, pays the bill. But as he says, that's life. He says he saw that the vase he took on the Antique Roadshow doesn't belong to the Ming dynasty, as his family fortunes are a bit low. Two of the family of very fortunate entertainers are Jimmy Greaves and Ian St. John, though some would prefer the St. elsewhere. And untouchables think that Connie leaves the life of a she-devil, where all professionals ask, whose baby is the greatest of the record breakers? And they also ask, could Gloria Hunniford or the Golden Girls name that tune? They also consider that Monty Python is crazy like a fox. But some experts I spy would give the top crown to the American blockbusters and reckon never the twain shall meet. Let's ask Paul Hogan, alias Crocodile Dundee. Two of Hogan's heroes are Juliet Bravo and Lou Grant, who I've just seen coming out the Russ Abbott madhouse with a chap who looks the spitting image of someone from the Muppet Show. I said hello, hello, and he said hi. He told me he's just invested a lot of money in a big deal after watching the Money programme, and as he knows the tricks of the trade, he hopes he won't go bust. But if he does, he'll just have to face the music. He told me when he's over in England with his wife and 22 children, he's stopping with a comedian called Monkhouse. Suppose that's why they call it Bob's Full House? Jimmy Cricket thinks the Test match special, whilst in a gardener's world, a summertime special cheers the season when he can sit by Brookside TVAM with one man and his dog, drinking the last of the summer wine, or listen to the Thames Unexpected, or Cagney and Lacey. All depends on your points of view. But whether you're as rich as the Colbys or live at Falconcrest, if you play your cards right, you can surprise Scylla and Pop Black and get the bullseye. And if you win, you'll come racing from York or show jumping from Hickstead. But let us consider what the papers say. If and when the Open University closes and Wicker's world comes to an end, and you find it's a mission impossible to be friendly with your neighbours, you can hit the high road and get a grandstand view of the wonderful sky at night, and it's a knockout. Auf Wiedersehen. Not bad, was it, really? But, you know... But I must be off now, because I've just started work at a livery stable and work's piling up. And I'd just like to say good night, God bless, may the Lord keep you, because I can't afford to. And remember, if you want to borrow money, always borrow it off a pessimist, because he won't expect to get it back, will he? The sky's the limit. Thank you.
And a bit of dancing at the end there. Do you know, I've watched all of those television programmes. A professional comedian there. Numerous TV commercials he's been in. He's been in films, worked with Cannon and Ball and Frankie Vaughan. Johnny Clamp was his name. Gary.
Speechless. You got a great memory. A very good memory. Do you do sort of much club work?
Oh, clubs, everything I do, yeah.
I mean, why did you decide to do that bit? I mean,
Well,
you
I
didn't
know
really get
thousands of
many...
gags.
I mean, you're down as a comedy singer. Didn't really get too many laughs.
Well, I thought, as we live in the age of quizzes, which seems to monopolise everything on TV now, I thought, well, I'd try and work in that vein. You know, I can do a gag on any subject you like if you want, but that's just tried it, you know.
Mm. It's very novel. I'm giving you 24.
Oh, thank
24
you.
from Gary. How many years have you been about, Johnny? How long?
Well, it'd be best if it was lost in a great fire of London, I think. No, about 27, you know.
27 years working professionally?
Yeah.
Susie, what did you think?
Very strange. Your intro, I don't know how you felt about it, but it actually took me, and I'm not dumb, but it took me quite a few minutes to get into what you were doing.
Yeah, when I had 3 minutes, yeah.
The concentration, I went, what? You know, because it just, well, maybe because, like you said, you say comedy.
Yes.
And you think, what's he doing? So on that level, the audience must have been the same. They couldn't quite grab what you were doing.
Yes.
I mean, one thing, I would hate to play Trivial Pursuits with you. I really would. But it's not funny. That's the thing. It's more an intellectual thing, you know. You have to sit and listen. You have to work at it.
Does well on the clubs, though, and I've used it before I've tried it, and, you know, I don't delude myself. It goes well, or I wouldn't use it. I usually say to the girls, you know, what do you who can get this? How many programmes am I saying? And they usually...
But do they laugh in the clubs?
Well, yeah, you just do it.
How many programmes do you mention? Out of interest.
Well, over 128, you know, yeah.
You
Give
could
or
win the
take.
prize at his show now.
Right.
Susie.
Right, all right. Well, I've given you 28, mainly because I'm confused by the act, actually.
Thank you.
OK. 24 points from Gary, 28 from Susie, makes a total of 52 points to act number 2. Thank you, Johnny. We have a singer now who's appeared in the British Disco Dancing Championships and came 6th. Her ambition is to sing at the London Palladium. We wish her lots of luck. Singing Dreams, please welcome act number 3. That's Dawn Davies.
What you lost and what you had and what you lost. what you have, what you lost. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining, and players only love you when they're playing. Say women, they will come and they will go. And when the rain washes you clean, you know, you will know, you will know, you will know.
At number 3, Dawn Davies there. She came 6th in the British Disco Dancing Championships, but she was singing today. The song was called Dreams. Susie, what do you think?
Well, she's got a... hello, Don. You got a very nice quality to your voice. The lower register particularly is very haunting. And you have nice breath control. You held the long notes with no problems whatsoever. The particular song that you chose, are you aware that you're doing it almost exactly like Stevie Nicks?
A little.
Yeah, it's hard not to, isn't it, when somebody's put their mark on a
because
song?
it's got a lot of feeling in the song.
Yes, it does. What is your favorite type of song to sing, can I ask?
I really love Anita Baker and
So you go
Regina
for-
Bell.
Yeah, she's a bit good. So why did you choose a Fleetwood Mac song then?
Almost everybody can relate to that song. There's not many households that don't really have a Rumours LP.
So you mean you chose it for the audience sake and not for your
the-
own sake, what you would prefer?
People can relate to it. I also feel that it brings out qualities in my voice quite well.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it
That's
showed
why-
your voice off nicely, but if you like Anita Baker, I would have loved to have heard you sing something of hers.
Yeah, it's just that when I auditioned, I wasn't really aware how much backing band there would be.
Right.
And so that was quite...
That is quite simple.
Simple arrangement. So that's why I went for that one.
You can
Right.
give these lot anything complicated, you know.
Yeah, I know.
A band of thousands
They've
back
only
there.
just learned their fourth chord back there.
Yeah.
So would you like to be a big star? Is that what your aim is?
Yes. I'd
Yeah.
like to be the next Anita Baker.
Well, I would say to try to get yourself a very distinct image and a very distinct style, not to copy anybody. That's the only bit of criticism I can say. Because you do have a nice voice, but you've obviously got to work on it so that you're only yourself. You've got to be the first Dawn Elizabeth and not the second anybody else.
Be yourself.
Yeah,
How many
absolutely,
points?
yeah. I've given you 30.
30 points from Susie. Gary.
What are you jigging about there? We'd enjoyed it. He thought you were fab. I'd like to have seen you doing a little disco dancing as well. You know, a few backflips. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. I'm going to echo what Susie said. Really, you know, I mean, it'd be nice if you could maybe like get together with some writers and actually come up with some original material.
I've got a lot of original material myself, but I haven't done this competition before, and I wasn't too sure what went down best. So that's why I stayed
So
safe.
what's the plan of action now? What are you going to do? I mean, have you got a manager?
No, I'm looking for a manager. I'm open to offers.
That's it. Because desperate-wise, it is.
You know, that's what
Yes.
I try and do. You know, obviously try and find someone who believes in you, and you know, try and get together with a couple of songwriters. I don't know whether you write yourself or whatever,
Yeah.
and just try and come up with some
Something
original
original,
material. And get it to the record companies.
I've got a few original material. I've got a Porter studio at home, just 4-track. And obviously the quality isn't as high as in a studio, but the songs are all there.
You should get them to a record company then. Publishing
Okay, we
company.
need to move you on, folks.
Right.
29.
Thank you.
29 from Gary. Gary, as we just heard, gave 29 points. Susie gave 30, a total of 59 points to act number 3. Always hate moving our judges along. The reason I'm moving you along is because we've got a commercial break. We'll see you after this in Star Set. See you in a minute.
Tonight on Home Fires.
We had an intruder in the house last night.
You need to get yourself some protection.
Star Search with Keith Chegwin.
Hello and welcome back. I'm really enjoying myself today. We've had 3 acts on the show so far, varying degrees of talent. Let's have a look at our leader scoreboard and see how they fared, folks. We've got I Dunno on 54 points, Johnny Clamp on 52. In the lead, act number 3, Dawn Davies with 59. But that can all change. We move on to our next act, act number 4. A 55-year-old man comes from the Midlands. He's had no formal training, but he has done the odd talent show. Ambition-wise, he just wants to sing. The song's called Moon River. This is act number 4. Please welcome Taffy.
I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, breaker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. See the world, it's such a lot of world to see. We're still the same rainbow's end, and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're the same rainbow's end, and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Moon River and me.
Taffy in action there with a song called Moon River. He's done the odd talent show, by the way. And well done to Jerry Butler and the boys there. Nice bit of playing. OK, Gary, he's all yours.
Well, let me say I was disappointed when I first saw you, Taffy, because I thought it was that disco singer from a couple of years ago who had a hit of I Love My Radio. So we didn't get off to a good start there. Do you actually perform? Whereabouts do you perform?
Down clubs. Clubs and pubs.
Right. I mean, how do you go down, just out of interest?
Pardon?
How do you go down?
Well, pretty good, but this morning, a bit nervous, like, you know.
Right.
But I've been pretty good, you know.
I mean, it's...
Doing the clubs, I'm doing very good, you know, but a bit nervous this morning.
Yeah.
Is this your first time on telly, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it is nerve-wracking,
yes,
isn't it?
But as a matter of fact, I done better on the rehearsal.
Yeah.
You did better at the rehearsal?
Yes, I did better on the rehearsal.
Yeah.
I think
Because as you say, it's a long day, you hear all
It's
morning
always
things.
hanging about, like, you
Yeah.
know. We've been held up a lot this morning, like, you know.
OK, Gary, we're going to have to move you along.
OK. Yeah, go on. 23, Taffy.
23 from Gary. Susie.
Hello, Taffy. I would say that that's probably the I don't think you're going to go any further than clubs and clubs. I couldn't say it. There's a lot of singers like you that do that kind of circuit and sing, you know, very average and all that. And you had trouble with your timing. I noticed. Did you know that you're having trouble with the timing when you were singing along there? The timing, you know, like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, just with the tempo of the song. With the tempo. You had a little problem with the tempo of the song, Susie's saying. Yeah, just a little.
A little bit, yeah. Anyway, I've given you 25.
Thank you very much.
25. Susie gave 25 points, Gary gave 23, a total of 48 points to act number 4. Well done, Taffy. as he was just saying, you know, they've been here all morning. The nerves get to you eventually. We've got act number 5. We've got a singing duo. One of them's a driving instructor. They're both from Bradford in West Yorkshire. They've done some extra work, modelling and some promotional work too. With How Do You Keep the Music Playing? This is act number 5. Please welcome Biloxi Blue.
How do you keep that music playing? How do you make it last? How do you keep that song from fading too fast?
How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of nothings to say?
I know the way I feel for you. It's now or never.
The more I love, the more that I'm afraid that in your eyes I may not see forever.
If we can be the best of lovers and yet still be the best of friends,
If we could try with every day to make it better,
with any luck, then I suppose the music never ends. Sing the song.
I know
How do you keep that music playing?
the way I feel for you is now or never.
How do you make
The
it
more
last?
I love, the more that I'm afraid
How do you keep the song from
that in
fading?
your eyes I may not see forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of
Friends,
If we could try with every day to make it better,
with any luck, I suppose the music never
From Bradford in West Yorkshire, act number 5, Biloxi Blue. We shall be back in a few moments to judge them. Also, it's not all important. If you want to take your pen, piece of paper, I shall give you the address after our break. See you in a minute.
Back to Star Search with Keith Chegwin.
A warm welcome back. Hopefully you've got that pen and paper if you want to take part in the show. I mean, so far we've auditioned about 400 acts and the sort of people we've had on the show, and we've only turned down 2. That's Bruce Forsyth and Des O'Connor. But seriously, this show is open to you if you want to take part. Mark your card like this. Contestant, Sky Star Search, Enterprise House, 59 to 65 Upper Ground, London SE1 9PQ. Then turn it over and give us the following relevant information. Your name, your address, telephone number, and the type of act that you're going to come and do on this show. Look forward to hearing from you and look forward to seeing you on the show. OK, before the break, we saw Biloxi Blue from Bradford in West Yorkshire. They were singing How Do You Keep the Music Playing? Susie, go for it.
You two are really together. You're holding hands now. Are you married?
Yes, we are married.
You are married. You both have very, very nice voices. I would have liked to have heard you just put the notes out longer without the vibrato, just as a change from the vibrato, because you use the vibrato all the time. And I would just want one strong note and then maybe the vibrato right at the end. You've got Beautiful voice. It's very haunting quality to it. Very, very good voice. You were nice in your harmonies together, spot on the notes, which is a relief. You've obviously been singing together for a long time. I don't know where you're going to go, where you want to go. You obviously got a nice act together. I would wear shorter shoes if I were you.
Shorter?
Yeah, just so you can look a little bit smaller than him. It looks nice when you get this and this with a guy and a girl. Yeah, just a little bit shorter shoes. 32 points I gave you.
Thank you.
32 points from Susie. Shorter shoes. Gary.
I thought it was very good, you know, for what you're doing. I mean, it's not the sort of music that I play when I get in late at night. Bit of Iron Maiden. But I thought that was very, very good. I mean, where's the song from?
The song's...
Well chosen, and I hadn't heard that before,
yeah.
so...
We have first heard it, Frank Sinatra sang the song.
Really?
And did an arrangement with Quincy Jones.
It's a theme tune to a film.
And it's a theme from a film, which is...
I mean, as far as ambition's concerned, what do you see yourselves doing?
Well, at the moment...
That's the only thing, potential, that's what I was thinking.
Right,
I don't know where you want to go.
At the moment, we do the clubs, and what we want to follow on from that is the cabaret circuit, which we hopefully will get into.
You'll probably do well on that next year.
Definitely.
Good luck anyway.
Thank you.
32.
32 from Gary as well. 32 from Gary, 32 from Susie, makes a total of 64 points to act number 5. And Susie's taking her clothes off round here. It is warm today, isn't it? OK, we move on with 8 strapping young lads. It says here they've done club work and not...
At just $8.99. But that's not all. From Allied's great range, there's this Silent Night double bed, half price at only £129. And there's more. This floral 3-piece suite is half price. Allied's big sale, extra savings end Monday.